Okay, we have the cubby berth bunk area pretty well framed out. Little step there. That's the step down shelf area that's going to be with LED lights running underneath of it, a red and white light. You can see I got my battery boxes in. There's 3 battery boxes in this area. I got my bilge pump in there. I gotta still figure out how I'm gonna put a hatch in for access to everything. This here is the gray water tank, 30-gallon gray water tank. It's bolted in place. So I'm gonna have to put my hot water tank in. I think I might put it up in there instead of here. That way I got total access down through here. I'm gonna have 2 hatches in here, and I'm gonna start doing those in the next day or so. So that's where I'm at. You can see that this is the step down area right here, from there to that red line, and then from that red line forward is 7 foot of laying area, and it's 51 inches wide. All right, as you can see, I'm got my main electrical board placed in. Just started it. It's not solid in there yet, or secured, I should say, but everything is drilled and tapped, so it just goes back in. I got my automatic relays. Right, 1, 2, 3. That's my combiner. That's the bypass for the fuse in case the main fuse ever blows. A 400 amp fuse, I can reach down and have a secondary emergency. See where the battery boxes are. I already have my plate made to go on these angles, and it's drilled and tapped 1/4-20. It'll be in there solid, so you can step down through this opening that'll be in here. This will be the hatch opening, and so I've got my water tanks covered. I have the angle there with tie downs for storage boxes. As you can see here, I got a couple spaces here for storage boxes, those Rubbermaid plastics, and with tie downs. Hot water tank will sit in there. I have brackets made to go up and over it. Over here will be my 3-way from my gray water. As you can see, I have lots of mounting areas and tie-offs for cabling that I can run everywhere I want. I have them there. I have them up underneath even. I'll have some in this area also. I have tie downs here in my gray water tank. So in the next few days I'll be doing the all this bracing, getting my lids ready to go in for my openings in the area. This is the walk. This will be the walkway through the galley and the dinette. And for grins, of course, I had to put a little LED light up there to see how it looked. But that's where I'm at right now. Have my through hulls in, all the stainless. The 3/4 inch is for my raw water from my toilet. The 1 inch is the outboard is for the gray water. This one back here is my 3/4 inch intake for my raw water. And up there is my black water 1.5 inch outboard. And got my 2 corner panel plates in. And there I also started beefing up some more rib areas for my bracket continuing out. I got to finish these in here. And then the next couple days I'll start back here. So this is the LED lights in the sleeping area, in the cubby sleeping berth. This is the nightlight red LEDs, and they're up underneath that ledge. I don't know how well that shows up, but that's without any lights on in the shop, and I'm going to do the white lights now. And that's the white light for the berth. So there'll be carpet down there on the walls and everything, so it'll tone it way down. And so those are just LED strips. They're about 9 foot long in there total. Okay, so I've started putting my deck plates in. So this is the first one down to here, tying into the step down to the V-berth area. And that's all my hoses. Blue one's my water fill for my water tanks, 80 gallons of water. The 1.5 inch black one is the diesel tank, which is just right down in there. And the other one's the vent. I still have to put my supply hose on. So I have all my ribs in. I have all my decking, support, framing. As you can see, this is opening for one hatch, and then from this one back is another hatch. So that one's 36 long, 20 wide, 48 long, 20 wide. And I have my hinges that I built. These are hideaway hinges. So if you see here, I got like make-believe hatch cover, and as it comes out, the hinge just folds down and stops. So as it folds back up, it'll come and it'll lay like that. And it's a hidden hinge. So this will have just a very small reveal all the way around. And I'm going to have hydraulic gas shocks on each one of these so that they'll pull down also. Have all my hoses in for my gray water tank. The 3/4 for the raw water for the head. That's the outboard of the gray water tank. I have my 3-way valve so I can divert gray water straight overboard or through to my 30-gallon gray water tank, so if I'm at the dock. And then I have a valve down here that I can open, close to let the gray water drain gravity right on out through there. So I don't have that hose on yet. I'm gonna have to get one fitting. Vents, these are my suction lines for my low points where I can hook a vacuum up and suck water out. There's another one down, of course now hidden down there, that comes out. They'll come out and they'll be through holes through the side of the boat somewhere in this area right here. And I'll have 4 of those plus the vent from my gray water tank. That's the vent. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to start jigsaw piecing this deck together and go from there today. So I got both hatch covers done in the galley, the small shorter one and the 4-footer. If I can get it open. Okay, here we go. So they're on these hidden hinges. I haven't put the rubber in yet to make the banging not as loud, but you can see that it goes right up and it closes to a nice closed reveal. And so got that done. I have my, this is the first brace structure, and that's the aft cabin wall actually, at the 9-foot mark from the stern. So I've added more gussets in here and here to match the other side, because I'm going to be hanging 350 Suzuki's on the ass end of this thing. So I want everything to tie in structurally. So it's honeycombed. It's going to get some more in here. But when I roll it, I'll finish the other side of the welding. So put some braces in here to make up to here so that there'll be a flat spot going along there for some plywood for storing stuff. I'll do that on the other side. So I'm going to take a lunch break, and then I'm coming back and I'm going to put the, this is actually a cover area with this angle. There'll be a plate over this and then bent down, and my sounder units will be in those compartments on both sides, and they're going to be protected with a cover so nothing can get back in on top of them. So I've rolled the boat back the other way now. I have the sides there in, and what I've done is I've installed my sliding drawer. This is going to be a slider that's going to come up to hit the tank here. In this area here is the hatch, but that's going to hold a 3.5 cubic foot freezer with a top load, and it'll slide back under the deck and it'll pin in place. And I got these nylon rollers that'll go on this extrusion, and just pop the pin, slide it forward. I can reach and get my bait or put our frozen fish in. So I just got that mounted, just sitting there right now.